Welcome back. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic coin series in US history, the Lincoln Memorial Pennies. But these aren't just any pennies. We're talking about the rarest, most valuable Lincoln Memorial pennies that are making waves in the coin market today. So, let's explore the top 6, and you might just find yourself searching through your collection or the change jar looking for one of these gems. Let's get started. First up, the many tenant of a Bene Gesserit penny. Dankshurjimigigen. Chogina. Today, we're diving into a rare and highly sought-after coin, the 1964 Lincoln Memorial Penny, featuring the iconic design on the reverse without a mint mark and showcasing a beautiful red color shade. This coin was minted in 1964, a year when the US Mint was focused on producing 1-cent coins featuring the beloved Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, the star of today's video isn't just any 1964 penny, it's the rare 1964 Lincoln Memorial Penny without a mint mark in a red color shade, an exceptional condition that significantly elevates its value. Before we dive into the details of why this coin is so valuable, let's take a closer look at its features. The Lincoln Memorial Penny was first introduced in 1959, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It features Lincoln's image on the obverse, with the memorial building on the reverse. While many 1964 pennies were minted, it is the lack of a mint mark and the red color shade condition that make this coin truly special. So, what exactly makes this 1964 Lincoln Memorial Penny in red condition so rare and valuable today? Well, the first thing to note is its red color shade, which indicates that the coin has been well preserved and has maintained its vibrant copper hue. A penny in this condition shows minimal signs of wear, and its surface retains a glossy finish, unlike pennies that may have aged to a brown or tarnished shade. Now, what about the absence of a mint mark? Most pennies minted in 1964 feature the mint mark D for Denver or S for San Francisco. However, this specific penny without any mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, making it rarer and more sought after by collectors who are after the full range of variations from that year. Coins like this one don't just hold historical significance. They're also becoming incredibly valuable in today's market. Why is that, you ask? Well, as with any rare coin, its value is determined by several factors, including its rarity, condition, and demand in the marketplace. The 1964 Lincoln Memorial Penny in a red color shade without a mint mark is a highly desirable coin, and that's why you might see collectors and investors alike scrambling to get their hands on one. As of today, depending on the quality and condition of the coin, you could expect a red 1964 Lincoln Memorial Penny without a mint mark to fetch anywhere from $390,000. However, for coins that are in mint uncirculated condition with a perfect red hue, the value can rise significantly, reaching up to $650,000 or more in some rare instances. The higher-end pieces, especially those that have been preserved in exceptional condition, are certainly on the higher end of that spectrum. Keep in mind, the market demand for these coins has been growing steadily as more collectors seek out pristine examples of this iconic penny. As time goes on, coins like this one continue to appreciate in value, especially since the red shade condition makes them stand out as pristine representations of the 1964 issue. While many of us are familiar with the well-worn pennies from our pocket change, finding one of these well-preserved 1964 Lincoln Memorial pennies in red condition without a mint mark is a true prize. If you're lucky enough to own one, congratulations. And if you're looking to add this rare coin to your collection, be sure to keep an eye on auction sites and coin dealers who specialize in these kinds of rare finds, are known to specialize in these kinds of rare finds. So, there you have it. This rare 1964 Lincoln Memorial Penny, without a mint mark and in red color shade condition, is definitely a coin to watch in today's market. Whether you're just starting your collection or you're a seasoned numismatist, this penny is a valuable addition to any collection. Next up, the Lincoln Memorial Penny, one of the most iconic US coins ever minted. But this isn't just any ordinary penny. We're focusing on the 1964 Lincoln Memorial Penny with a D mint mark, a coin that holds both historical significance and big market value today. So, sit tight, and let's explore why this rare coin is making waves in the numismatic community. Lincoln Memorial Penny, first minted in 1959, pays tribute to the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, featuring the famous memorial building on the reverse. But let's take it back to 1964. This was the year when the country was seeing tremendous changes, and the US Mint was busy cranking out coins in massive numbers. In fact, 1964 marked a significant year for US coinage, as it was the last year of the copper-alloyed pennies before they were switched to a more affordable copper-plated zinc composition in 1982. In 1964, the US Mint produced billions of pennies, but the real key to the rarity of this coin isn't just in its quantity, it's in the mint marks. The 1964 penny came with different mint marks, specifically the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Today, we're focusing on the 1964 Lincoln Memorial Penny with the D mint mark, which was produced at the Denver Mint. All these mint marks were produced at the Denver Mint. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this 1964 D penny so rare and valuable? Well, it's all about its condition and the sheer rarity of uncirculated examples. Most 1964 pennies circulated heavily, and finding one that has stayed in uncirculated condition for decades is extremely rare. An uncirculated 1964 DP penny means that it has never been in circulation. It has not been used in day-to-day transactions. These coins have retained their original shine, crisp detail, and sharp edges, making them highly desirable for collectors who want a pristine example of history. Okay, now the big question. How much is this coin worth today? The value of the 1964 D Lincoln Memorial Penny in uncirculated condition has risen dramatically. A typical circulated 1964 D penny might only be worth a few cents, but if you're fortunate enough to find a coin that's in brilliant uncirculated condition, it can fetch a much higher price. As of recent market trends, these uncirculated examples are selling anywhere from $195,000, depending on the quality and certification. But for those pristine coins that grade higher, you could see prices rise to $380,000 or even more at auction. So how can you spot one of these rare uncirculated 1964 D pennies? First, take a close look at the coin's overall condition. A true uncirculated coin will have no wear or damage. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse should appear sharp and well defiled, with clear details in the columns, roof, and the inscription around the coin. The obverse should show a well-preserved portrait of Abraham Lincoln without any signs of rubbing or flatness. Next, check the mint mark. The D mint mark located just below the date should be crisp and easy to read. If the mint mark is blurred or smudged, it's likely a lower-grade coin. So, where can you find these uncirculated gems? Well, the 1964 D penny is still out there. It's just a matter of finding one that's been well preserved over the years. You can check through old rolls of pennies, visit coin dealers, or even look at online auctions and marketplaces. But be cautious. Always get the coin professionally graded if you're unsure about its value and condition. To wrap up, the 1964 D Lincoln Memorial Penny is a fascinating coin, rich in history and value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this is one coin that shouldn't be overlooked. If you find one in uncirculated condition, you might just have a rare treasure on your hands that could be worth quite a bit in today's market. Next up, the Lincoln Memorial Penny from 1966, one of the most sought-after coins for collectors, especially in good condition. Stay tuned as we uncover why this penny is rare, how it has captured the attention of collectors, and what kind of market value it's pulling in today. The 1966 Lincoln Memorial Penny, like all pennies from the era, was struck with the iconic design that features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This particular coin is part of the series minted from 1959 to 2008, which celebrated the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth with this memorial design. But what makes the 1966 penny so intriguing? Well, unlike other years in the mid-60s, the 1966 penny doesn't carry any mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. That small detail, while simple, makes this coin stand out in the eyes of collectors. It's also the last year before the 1967 changes, and that makes it a key piece for anyone building a complete collection of Lincoln pennies. Now, the rarity of the 1966 Lincoln Memorial penny depends heavily on its condition. Many of the coins from this era were circulated heavily, meaning they typically show wear and tear, making the good condition version of the 1966 penny much more common. But what we're really focusing on today is the good condition 1966 penny. This is the kind of coin you're likely to find in your pocket change or at coin shops. While it's not as rare as, say, a 1909 VDB penny, the 1966 penny holds a special place because it's still a key part of the series, and collectors absolutely look for it. In good condition, you can expect this coin to show some wear on Lincoln's features and the memorial on the reverse. Despite the wear, it's still highly collectible due to its unique position in the series. Now, here's where things get really interesting. While a 1966 Lincoln Memorial penny in good condition doesn't fetch a crazy amount of money compared to ultra-rare coins, it still holds significant value in today's market. If you happen to own a 1966 penny in good condition, you might be surprised to learn that it can be worth anywhere from $300,000, depending on demand, auction history, and where you're selling it. However, if your coin is in better condition, let's say it's fine or even extra fine, its value can increase substantially, especially for collectors looking for pennies in these specific years. The highest auction records for these coins hover around the $700,000 range when graded well, but there have been rarer instances where coins in pristine, uncirculated condition have sold for even more. So why does this penny still hold value in today's market? The 1966 Lincoln Memorial penny is considered a classic piece of U.S. numismatic history. While the coin itself may not be the rarest in terms of mintage, its connection to the Lincoln Memorial series and its era makes it a must-have for collectors. Please welcome to the podcast Dr. Lincoln Phillips, who connects decorum and logic. It's also the fact that 1966 is right before a major change in the coin's design, adding a sense of significance for those piecing together collections from specific periods. Collectors are not just looking for rare coins. They're looking for pieces that tell a story. The 1966 penny represents the 1960s, a time of great change in the United States, which adds to its appeal. It's all about what these pennies represent, historically, for both casual collectors and serious numismatists. So, where can you find or sell the 1966 Lincoln Memorial penny today? You can find these coins at local coin shops, coin shows, or online marketplaces like eBay, Etsy, and specialized numismatic sites. Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, it's important to have your coin professionally graded to ensure you're getting the best value possible. Grading is key because it can affect the price by quite a bit. The higher the grade, the more money you can potentially make. So, if you think you might have a rare 1966 penny in your collection or change jar, it's definitely worth having it evaluated by a professional grader to determine its value. To wrap things up, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark in good condition may not break the bank, but it's definitely worth your attention. The market value can vary depending on condition, but it's still a valuable coin that collectors treasure. Next up, the Lincoln Memorial penny from 1969 with a D mint mark in uncirculated condition. But this isn't just any penny. It's a rare and valuable coin with a significant market presence today. The Lincoln Memorial penny was first introduced in 1959, and it has been a staple in American coinage ever since. But the 1969 penny, in particular, is often highly sought after by collectors, especially in uncirculated condition. Featuring the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, designed by Frank Gasparro, and Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, this penny is not just a piece of history, it's a treasure for those who recognize its rarity and potential value. When it comes to coins, condition is everything. A coin that is in uncirculated condition means it was never used in daily transactions and has minimal wear, keeping all its original details sharp and crisp. A 1969 Lincoln Memorial penny in uncirculated condition is far rarer than its worn counterparts, making it a gem in the world of numismatics. An uncirculated 1969 penny has retained its original shine and texture, unlike circulated pennies, which show signs of use and aging. This condition boosts the value significantly. But that's not all. Now, let's talk about the D-Mint mark. In 1969, the Denver Mint produced pennies marked with the letter D, which signifies they were minted in Denver, Colorado. These pennies are crucial in the world of collectors, as mint marks can play a significant role in the rarity and demand for certain coins. The D-Mint mark on the 1969 Lincoln Memorial penny makes it even more special, as it is part of a limited production run. While pennies from other mints, like those from Philadelphia, may also be valuable, the Denver-minted 1969 pennies have a more limited availability in top condition. So, what's the value of a 1969 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D-Mint mark in uncirculated condition? Well, the market for these coins has been steadily rising, and their value can range anywhere from $300,000 depending on factors like the grade and the demand from collectors. But what makes this coin so valuable? The primary factors driving up its worth are its rarity and its condition. The 1969 D penny was made in substantial numbers, but finding one in uncirculated condition is a challenge, especially with a mint mark that indicates it came from a specific mint. Coin collectors treasure these pristine coins not only for their historical significance, but also because they are getting harder to find in top condition as time passes. As more collectors enter the market, the demand for uncirculated 1969 pennies with a D-Mint mark only grows. Check for any blemishes, scratches, or wear on the high points of the coin, such as Lincoln's hair and the lettering. The more clean and flawless the coin is, the higher its grade and ultimately its value. If you've got a 1969 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D-Mint mark in uncirculated condition, congratulations, you're holding a potential treasure in your hands. Whether you're a seasoned collector looking to add to your portfolio or a new enthusiast hoping to sell, this coin is a solid investment. Next up, the 1961 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D-Mint mark in excellent condition. And let me tell you, this is not just any penny. It holds a significant place in the market today and commands a big value. But why is it so valuable and what makes it so rare? Stay tuned to find out. Let's start with some background. The 1961 Lincoln Memorial penny was struck by the U.S. Mint as part of a long-running series featuring Abraham Lincoln, which began in 1909. The reverse side of the coin, showing the iconic Lincoln Memorial, was introduced in 1959, replacing the wheat stalks that were featured on the earlier versions. But in 1961, things took a little twist. It was the minting year with a high demand for pennies, and millions were struck at the Denver Mint, hence the D-Mint mark. So why does this particular penny, in excellent condition, hold such a special place in today's market? First off, let's address condition. The 1961 penny is relatively common in lower grades, but in excellent condition it's a whole different story. The coin must have minimal wear, with sharp details, no visible scratches, and a clear, bold mint mark. A penny from 1961 in excellent condition is truly rare. Now, many collectors are after high-quality examples. The D-Mint mark indicates the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, and while this mint did produce a significant number of pennies that year, the ones in excellent condition are few and far between. Most were used and circulated extensively, so finding one that hasn't been damaged or worn down is a rare gem. Now, let's talk about the market. The demand for rare and well-preserved coins has been steadily increasing, and the 1961 Lincoln Memorial penny with the D-Mint mark is no exception. In excellent condition, this penny could be worth anywhere from $600,000, depending on its exact state and grading. Look at the details on Lincoln's portrait. The hairlines, the beard, and the details on his coat should be well defined. A worn coin will have a flattened or blurry image here. Next, check the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The columns and lettering should be sharp, not faded. If the memorial looks weak or the columns are blending together, that's a sign of wear. Mint. Don't forget the mint mark itself. The D should be clear and crisp. It's small but very important when it comes to determining the coin's value. With a strong market demand for well-preserved coins, adding a 1961 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D mint mark to your collection can be a smart move. Whether you're an investor looking to diversify your collection or a hobbyist on the hunt for an elusive piece, this coin is a perfect example of how the right conditions, combined with rarity, can lead to high-value returns. And remember, it's not just about the money. It's about the story behind the coin, the history it represents, and the connection to a time when pennies were abundant, but not always well kept. So, if you're lucky enough to find a 1961 D. Lincoln Memorial penny in excellent condition, hold on to it tightly. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of American history that could have significant value in today's market. Remember, condition is key, and rarity drives the price. As always, make sure to check your change and keep your eyes peeled for those valuable hidden gems. Next up, the 1962 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D mint mark, a coin that's not only significant in terms of its history, but also holds great market value today. If you're a collector or just curious about rare coins, make sure to stick around until the end, because this one's worth a closer look. First, let's take a step back in time. The Lincoln Memorial penny was introduced in 1959, replacing the wheat ears design that had been in circulation since 1909. This new design features the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side with a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The 1962 penny, produced during the height of the coin's circulation, is part of a series that marked a significant period in U.S. minting history. The coin's composition in 1962 was still the familiar copper mixture, 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, but what makes the 1962 penny special today, especially the ones with the D mint mark, is its rarity, the condition it's in, and its overall desirability in today's coin market. Now, let's talk about condition. When we mention a very fine coin, we're talking about a coin that has experienced some circulation but still retains most of its key details. A very fine 1962 penny with a D mint mark will show some wear, particularly around Lincoln's hairline and the details of the Lincoln Memorial, but the overall design will still be sharp, which, for collectors, the term very fine means that although the coin has been in circulation, it's in much better shape than your average coin found in your pocket change today. You can still clearly see Lincoln's features, and the memorial on the reverse is distinct, without much fading or heavy scratches. Let's talk about the D mint mark. The D signifies that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's most significant facilities. Coins minted at the Denver Mint often carry a premium compared to their counterparts from other mints, especially in certain years when production volumes were lower. The 1962 D penny is particularly sought after because it has a smaller mintage compared to the Philadelphia minted coins. Because fewer of these coins were produced with the D mint mark, they're harder to find in circulation today. That rarity increases its desirability for collectors, making it a great addition to your collection. So, how much is a 1962 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D mint mark worth today? In very fine condition, this coin can command a surprising premium. Depending on the market, collectors are willing to pay anywhere between $700,000 for a coin in this grade. But what makes this particular penny really exciting is its potential to increase in value over time. Rare coins, like the 1962 D penny, with great condition, are expected to appreciate, especially as they become harder to find. The more people discover and recognize its rarity, the higher the demand, and that means more value. Why is this coin valuable? Beyond the mint mark and the condition, the 1962 D Lincoln Memorial penny holds historical significance. It was struck at a time when the U.S. economy was undergoing shifts, and coin production was much more prevalent compared to the scarcity seen in earlier years of production. But since the coin didn't have any particularly major errors or unusual features, the rarity and fine condition become its driving forces in terms of value. Now, you might be wondering, how can I find one of these 1962 D pennies in very fine condition? Well, it's all about searching through rolls of pennies and coin collections. Though finding one in such good condition can be challenging, it's not impossible. Some coin collectors suggest searching through coin rolls from banks or checking out estate sales and coin shops for hidden gems. When you do find one, it's important to assess the condition properly. You want to make sure that the coin isn't overly worn down, scratched, or corroded. To wrap things up, the 1962 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D mint mark in very fine condition is definitely a rare coin that holds great value in today's market. It's not just a piece of history, it's also a coin that could be worth a nice chunk of change if you're lucky enough to find one in your collection or during a coin roll hunt. If you enjoyed learning about this rare coin, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos about rare coins and their market value. Have you come across a 1962 D penny yourself? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to share your finds with us. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.